How do you test for an even or odd function? Well, basically, we're going to plug it into the equation in negative x. And what it means to be even, if you have a negative x value and you get the same answer as the positive x value, it's even. If you plug a negative value in for x and you get the opposite of the value that you normally have, or the negative one, then it is odd. So, as an example, here we go. Determine whether this function is even, odd, or neither. Well, I could graph it and look at it to be symmetric to y to be even. Turn it upside down to be the same, to be odd. If it's neither one of those, it's a neither. But what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to plug in the negative x. I put negative x in an absolute value. I still get a what? Positive x answer. And if I put a positive x answer in there, all right, and well, I get the same thing. So this would be even. Notice when it's a negative x or a positive x, I got the same answer. It makes it an even function. Okay? So let's test a couple more of these. Right, there's an actual graph of that, and you can tell by looking at that particular graph, it is an even function. All right? So let's look at this one, another one here. Determine whether even, odd, or neither. Here we go. So let's look at this problem right here. It's x cubed minus x. If I put a negative x in to test, a negative times a negative times a negative will be negative, and a negative times that negative makes it positive. So notice this one here. This sign switched, no, this sign switched, and this sign switched. That all the signs switched, so therefore it's basically the same function, just what? If I pull a negative out, you can see it's exactly the same function, except for the negative bit, so it makes it a odd function. So let's try the second one here. If I put this negative x in here, well, what's negative times a negative going to be? Positive. Notice it's the exact same function as up here. It's not, it's switched in all of them is switched to negative, so it is a even function. And let's look at this last one. If I plug in a negative x, that's going to keep this one negative times negative times negative, makes it negative x cubed. But notice the minus 1 didn't switch. So this one switched, but that one didn't. So therefore it is a neither, because it did not meet the even or odd. And that's how you test. You simply change the x value to a negative and see if you get the exact same equation or exact same answer or the exact opposite answer. And if you don't, then it is a neither. All right? So what have we learned about today? Domain and range, a vertical line test, increasing, decreasing, and constant. Don't forget, parentheses only, approximating relative minimum maximum. That's second calculate, option 3 and 4. We learned how to graph a piecewise function, and we learned about even and odd functions. So if you would, your homework will be page, or independent practice, will be page 38, 1 to 20, 29 to 34, and 41 through 56.